Netflix games. Now, for those who don't know, uh, Netflix games is obviously a subscription service, and like many other subscription services like Xbox Game Pass and Apple Arcade, it will eventually lose titles. That's just the plain as day. That's just how it is. It will lose titles due to licenses expiring, similar to how Netflix games work. Netflix itself works in comparison. You know, because for those who don't know, not everything on Netflix is on Netflix forever. It's on Netflix until the rights are expired, or until it's up for renewal and if it's renewed or not. So don't be surprised if we see games like Crispy Street or Rebel Heroes Hunter get removed because obviously, as we all know, there's a limit to what games are Netflix has obviously got in their catalog, and Netflix obviously most probably wants to focus on investing in games that they know are gonna get attention and games that they can keep themselves. Because that's why I've been champion Netflix focusing on its own first party IPs and focusing on making its own IPs into games. Because to me, it just seems like a better idea in the long run. Just due to the fact that they could make a lot more money and it'd be a lot easier. Plus, they'd own those games, and those games would have the longevity effect of being on Netflix games for as long as the service is going on. For instance, I feel like something like Roald Dahl Estate would be a good thing to plunder when it comes to IPs and what to make into a game. Same with Millerworld, and I do feel like Netflix is a little bit behind on the games at the minute because they're barely adding any games from their catalog that aren't based on like Stranger Things or something. Now, obviously, we've seen Oxenfree, and we know Boss Fight is coming. We also know that Compass Point West is coming, but to me, I feel like they need to do a little bit more and make some new IPs as well as use some stuff from like Spry Fox's back catalog because what people need to understand is after some of the games we have on Netflix games leave in a few years or whatever, if those games aren't renewed, then it's going to be quite devastating because they're not really going to have much to fill the holes with. And with these game services, you got to make sure you always have a constant stream of new content and new games in order to keep people interested and wanting to subscribe. Now, will we see Netflix, delete all the games? No, they won't delete all the games, but they will have to obviously come up to the table with publishers and developers after a while and decide whether or not to renew contracts or cancel contracts. And that is just how things are. That's just how gaming goes. Preferably Netflix will bulk up on its own studios first, and obviously, hopefully soon they'll have around, I don't know, something like what, 8 studios, hopefully. And then once they've got all them, they haven't really got to worry. They could just focus on the games they own and making their own games. But until then, they obviously have to focus on licensing. And once they have all the licenses is expired or they've bought out enough companies, they should be fine, in my opinion, and they should be in a position where they haven't got to worry about removing games. Now, the removal of games is an inevitability with this service and with these type of things. Whether or not it's anytime soon, though, we won't know. We don't know how long the contracts are with companies like. We don't know how long contracts with companies like Rogue Games or or Frosty Pop are. So we'll just have to wait and see in the future how long their games last on Netflix games before they're removed. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you like? Are you wondering when these games will be removed? Are you wondering if games will ever be removed from Netflix games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on notifications, do all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I've been Ethan Netflix Gamer, and I'm signing out. Peace.